If your spouse showed up at the bed awards wearing identical attire with another lady, hugging her as though she were his wife, and then kissing her as though the marriage contract had already been signed, what would happen? Clarissa Shields stood there like the new first lady of hip-hop, calm, confident, and unconcerned, and Papoose did just that. However, Remy Ma, baby, wasn't just missing the red carpet. She was given no recognition, cutaways, or mention in the story. It was as though the bed awards were their anniversary celebration, and we just accidentally accepted the offer. Hence, are Papoose and Clarissa already wed? Is Remy missing from the picture? Or are we seeing an elegant, real-life divorce in high heels? The body language is screaming, the footage is insane, and the internet is going crazy, so grab some Kleenex and tea. This is now a takeover rather than a love triangle. In other words, Papoose and Clarissa Shields did more than simply attend the bed awards. They were the owners of the entire venue, as if they had joint property rights to the carpet itself. Remy Ma was undoubtedly wondering about everything while gazing at a screen. This was more than simply a fashion moment. It was a total paradigm shift from what we believed to be the most loyal husband in hip-hop. Do you recall when Papoose starred in Ride or Die? Do you recall the 6 years Remy spent behind bars? Do you recall when he appeared on live television to lead prayer circles and wrote songs about respecting black women as though he were vying to become a saint? What about the man who used to sit politely on panels while his wife spat into microphones? Clarissa didn't blink, fidget, or appear uneasy, even though we had already jumped the broom and challenged the world to doubt its energy. Her body language was fixed as if she had been standing next to this man for 5 Thanksgivings, and she didn't even smile nervously or ask, "Are we pushing it too far?" Every time the bet cameras cut back to them, Papoose and Clarissa were whispering in each other's ears, and they were unsure of what to do. Clarissa pretends it's the day of the engagement photo with her Shields. Frame-by-frame analyses of the precise moment were provided by TikTokers, and Twitter X became a live detective. Bored, the internet erupted when Papoose leaned in and planted a kiss on Clarissa's temple, the kind of kiss that rarely occurs unless you've previously exchanged Netflix keys. They would have won twice, and the internet would have gone crazy if there had been a category for best performance by a secret married couple in the bed awards. Really? Remy Ma? Are they together? And life insurance plans? But before we go into the kiss that puts a stop to the chronology, let's pause to consider how we got here. Undoubtedly, Papoose and Clarissa have been in a relationship for several months. A social media tag that felt too intimate, a few motivational boxing lines, and a subtle feature in a studio session were the starting points. The coordinated charity appearances, the corresponding gym videos, and the "I just happened to be there too" posts followed, which supporters realized were no longer so coincidental. The caption for a photo that Clarissa posted in March read, "Surround yourself." Can you guess who was in the background, standing next to her? She appeared indifferent and assertive, and her responses to admirers' inquiries were consistently vague. Yep, Papoose. Baby. She's like a young sister to him, who serves as a guide. Who would take so much care to adjust a young sister's microphone on stage? The quiet of Remy Ma followed. Remy had been blogging about black love and loyalty with Pride for months, but she had ceased posting birthday notes, couple selfies, and appearances with people. No tweets were sent. They might have been keeping things secret, but let's face it, in this economy, you don't keep a good marriage secret unless there is something to hide. The wording was spray painted on billboards by the time the bed awards arrived, in addition to being on the wall. Papoose and Clarissa showed up there together, looking as if they were about to sign their joint taxes or accept an award, and then, it was done. No one questioned, "Where's Remy?" And you could sense the shift and tension. She was so out of touch with reality that no one really expected her to be there. Clarissa just poured herself a drink of wine, sat down at the table, and then they kissed. It wasn't a long, passionate kiss, but it was just intimate enough to make strangers uncomfortable. Papoose leaned in during a commercial break, and instead of recoiling or turning to look at him, Clarissa leaned into a soft kiss near her cheek. Everyone who saw the exchange felt the same way, despite its quietness. This is not something new. This is not a maybe. This is not to find out exactly when the transition happened. People started monitoring their public timelines, and the findings were startling. When rumors of Remy Ma's separation from Papoose first surfaced in late 2023, some fans were positive that the affair had begun. We're only now witnessing the results of what some believe has been years in the making, a gradual burn from mentorship to marriage. Rumors that this is a full-fledged marriage in progress went viral on the internet, and nobody even bothered to RSVP. Clarissa hasn't refuted anything, not even a single post or explanation, which is the worst part. Loyalty is earned, love is chosen, no tags, no explanations, just the kind of shade that makes you cold in the middle of summer. She actually posted a single black and white photo of herself and Papoose walking backstage hand in hand after the Bet Awards. What's even more amazing is that Papoose didn't even try to explain. No tweets, no interviews, no "that's my friend." He simply let the image speak, which makes it even louder. It's not an issue of whether they are a couple. The internet began sharing a shaky vertical video taken with someone's cracked iPhone 6 just 48 hours after the kiss shook the Bet stage. After their on-stage moment, Clarissa and Papoose are seen in the video backstage, flanked by security and a small group of aides. Do they appear to be married already? According to the leaked audio, the private lounges, the purported family ceremony in Detroit, and what we're about to witness, the answer might be closer than anyone is prepared for. She leans toward him as he chuckles, and she holds his hand, while whispering something in his ear. "You looked beautiful out there, babe," he then exclaims, loud enough for a camera to record. "I'm proud of you. Not sis. Not champ. Darling, as if we both pay taxes." Digital frenzy began when someone said, "Baby, like, I know your mom's middle name." "Oh, he married," was all that the fan captioned the video, and it immediately spread, with some actual entertainment sources anxious for traffic and others that were phony. Papoose and Clarissa were already legally married and had been for a number of months, according to a purported insider. Earlier this year, they had a secret courthouse ceremony in Michigan, and then they had a small family meal at a fancy steakhouse that wasn't filmed. There wasn't any verification to stop the tale from going viral, and it had just enough details to seem true. The internet revealed screenshots of a fictitious wedding registration that included goods such as boxing glove-shaped champagne flutes, matching Mr. and Mrs. hoodies, and a guest remark that said, "So happy to see two champs finally tie the knot." Was it fake? The audio, a 14-second voice recording that was allegedly leaked from a chat between Clarissa and a close friend in the tape, then appeared. Those who reposted Clarissa's Bet ensemble next to Papoose's tuxedo remarked, "This was their wedding, and we were just the witnesses." Of course, but did that prevent the timeline from collapsing? Not even close, as fans began drawing comparisons between Clarissa's Bet ensemble, a cream satin dress with diamond studs, a long train styled in a refined bun, and no garish accessories, and a wedding gown substitute. "People are going to talk, but I don't owe anyone an explanation," Clarissa is allegedly heard saying. "I love him. He's mine, period." Did it sound like Clarissa? No. Did that stop it from getting to million views in one day? You already know the answer. Meanwhile, a mysterious tweet from one of Remy Ma's old industry contacts were talking about a deep throwback from the mid-2000s fanned the flames. Fans instantly linked it to Clarissa, and some even found photos of Remy and Clarissa smiling at a previous boxing event. A Reddit user going by the handle Throwaway for Wifey posted a thread claiming to be an event staffer at the Bet Awards, claiming that Papoose and Clarissa arrived together in a blacked-out Escalade. The user posted a black and white picture of her championship belt with a single rose on it, without any tags or a caption, just the kind of subliminal smoke that says, "Yes, I took the win, and I'm not apologizing." On YouTube, vloggers went into full investigative mode, slowing down every second of the kiss and analyzing Papoose's body language as if it were a government trial. One creator broke it down like this: "Take note of how his hand rests low on her back rather than high, which is a comfort touch. That's intimacy. That's not just affection. That's possession. Another YouTuber had a theory that the entire incident, the relationship timeline, was a part of a quiet divorce rollout that claimed Papoose and Remy had already signed private separation papers months earlier. This bet moment was just phase 3 of their strategy, as fake documents started to circulate. Screenshots of divorce filings with blurred names and legal jargon appeared. These were obviously refuted, but by then the damage was done, and let's not forget about the fan reactions. Clarissa's most recent Instagram post revealed that she ate and left no crumbs with respect for Remy, which is what happiness looks like. Therefore, they had better not throw a wedding. An anonymous fan claimed to have seen Clarissa and Papoose together at a private lounge in Atlanta a week prior to the awards. They said he gave a toast that included the words "to new beginnings" and "permanent bonds," but it doesn't stop there. A celebrity stylist, clearly trying to get attention, posted a video claiming they dressed Clarissa for something important, but we respect the hustle. Meanwhile, Papoose hasn't posted anything on Cricket's profile since the bet kiss went viral, not even a story, which has made matters worse because in the world of gossip, silence is confession. An insider close to Remy Ma's circle leaked a message saying that she's not okay and trying to process it all in private, and that was the final confirmation of her heartbreak, because nothing at all screams he's moved on like public silence from the woman who once rapped about standing beside her king no matter what. They were left unable to explain what it was, so they simply replied with a single eye emoji when asked in the comments if it was a wedding. That comment alone received 15,000 likes. We're not just talking about alleged kisses, blurry ring photos, or private fruit platters anymore. We're talking about real fallout, the kind that shatters alliances, crushes reputations, and leaves one woman, Remy Ma, watching the man with whom she built a legacy act as though she's a deleted scene from his past. They have papers, rings, or a whole Tulum honeymoon booked. Papoose and Clarissa are already acting like a married couple. Their chemistry is real, but the timing is suspicious, and the receipts, whether they're fake or not, are going viral online more quickly than Papoose's reputation can recover. Let's start with the legal noise. According to sources who according to rumors, Remy Ma's legal team has discreetly contacted family court advisors to review the terms of their marriage and determine whether this very public performance of a new relationship counts as emotional misconduct under their pre-existing agreement. Are we to believe that Remy is going to sue Papoose for kissing someone at the Bet Awards? Well, let's just say that spousal betrayal isn't tax deductible, and lawyers love a good joke. Shares in a music label they co-founded in 2019, and if this new wifey rollout materializes, those assets become leverage. Meanwhile, fans have launched massive online protests, tagging Bet with #BringBack and call for a public apology not from Papoose, but from the awards show itself for displaying his betrayal in high definition. Clarissa has said nothing, but she posted again, this time with a mirror selfie wearing a satin robe and the caption "unbothered, unapologetic, unmatched," 3 words, all uppercase. People were furious because Remy is allegedly fighting a well-known hip-hop blogger. Revealed in an exclusive that a major media deal Remy was negotiating just fell through overnight because executives felt her public image was being overshadowed by her personal implosion. As a result, the industry is reacting to Clarissa's emotional breakdown, as she is posting pictures of her bedroom with captions like "she just won custody and a Grammy." One female rapper, who we won't name but rhymes with Fishy Minaj, posted a less than subtle Instagram story that said, "Funny how loyalty got limits now. Thought it was different." There are threads on Reddit and TikTok that suggest Remy and Papoose were never as perfect as they seemed, that the story of his prison loyalty was overblown, and that Papoose was just waiting for the right opportunity to leave. One comment went viral, stating, "Remy held him down for 6 years, and he walked out like a free agent." Another wrote, you can be loyal and still fall for the next woman who doesn't come with a fee. Speaking of influence, since the Bet Awards, Clarissa is said to have accumulated over 600,000 followers. It has been claimed that brands are pursuing her with offers ranging from beauty advertisements to a Ring and Reign reality TV concept that chronicles her relationship development and boxing career. Now, hold on a second, since relationship evolution is the coziest way to say, watch me live like a wife without actually proving anything. However, it can become better or worse. Indeed, another hacked text thread claims to depict a dialogue between one of Papoose's a cousin and a family friend said, "It's been official for a minute. Papers were signed. They just waited for the right moment to let it breathe, so now we have papers, signed papers, and documents floating around in group chats like confetti at a private wedding we weren't invited to." The internet is conflicted about what to believe at this point. Some say they are legally married, others say it's a soft launch with hard feelings, and still others think it's all just a big publicity stunt on Rogue. Whatever your opinion, it's clear that Remy Ma's identity has been gradually removed from her own history, and her images are now being made public. Clarissa's interviews replaced her quotes and fan tributes, and her love story, which we watched for almost a decade, is now being viewed like a failed pilot that was replaced with a new series starring Mrs. Shields' Papoose. With everything going on, what is Papoose doing? The silence has been devoid of any tweets, explanations, or claims that you are all mistaken. Perhaps the thing that stings the most is not the kiss, the attire, or even the allegations of a secret marriage, but rather, how easily he moved on and how at ease he appeared when attending the Bet Awards as his wife was. Show them this Bet Awards video the next time you hear someone claim that black love never dies, since Papoose told a different story, one that doesn't even feature his former co-star Remy. Clarissa didn't kidnap a man. She was edited out, and she didn't fall off. She just filled a role that was already empty, whether or not the world realized it. What comes next? Did Clarissa ultimately validate the wedding rumors after Remy Ma's attorneys intensified the situation? Whether they were aware of it or not, Papoose and Clarissa were already behaving as though they were married based on their looks, gestures, kisses, whispers, smiles, and positions. Remy wasn't just absent. She was written out, and this wasn't just two people acting adorable for the cameras. It was a private ceremony encasing a public confirmation that nobody anticipated. Therefore, the Bet Awards will never be forgotten for the moment that Papoose kissed a new chapter into life without a news conference or warning and discreetly eliminated Remy Ma. There was a whisper, and a woman standing next to him with a confidence that befitted someone who had been using that last name for years. But the rest of us were merely there to watch the burial of black love as we knew it. Not only did Clarissa and Papoose go public, but they also left together like husband and wife. Question for you now, are they already married? Is this the most violent hip-hop romance rollout ever, or was it a gentle introduction? Considering that this was only a soft launch, what will happen next? Was it unexpected for Remy Ma? Did this happen as karma? When they appeared together, if you yelled, hit the like button. If his kiss on her left you speechless, please subscribe and hit the bell to ensure you don't miss the next startling discovery because, sweetheart, this story is far from over. No one is immune from the truth or the chronology until the next time. When secrets are exposed, loyalty is betrayed, and you're watching a rumor pour. Because the next controversy is already in the making, stay messy, stay tuned, and keep your eyes open.